I put up my Christmas tree today. It is November 10th. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Is that too early? Or is that perfect?
With the way this year's going, it's never too early.
Yeah.
Thank you.
My work started playing Christmas music November 1st, and we changed our aprons to Santa's helpers. I'm like, okay.
Santa's helpers.
I know. So now I can't listen to Christmas music outside of work, so I just listen to it for 6 hours a day when I'm there.
Well, I'm glad that you guys aren't hating on me then, because like that's how I felt. Like it's 2020, like whatever. I took down the Halloween decorations and then started Christmas like immediately. Like this brings me joy. Okay?
I could see you having like a black Christmas tree.
Oh my gosh, right? That sounds amazing. No, it's pretty traditional. I do have a cute little ornament that's a sparkly witch hat, though. I got a little goth flair in there.
I like it.
I want to see it. You got to wear it sometime.
A sparkly witch hat? I could do that. I could rock that. I don't know if the headphones would fit, but
yeah,
we'll make it work on our next Zoom call.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
That's my true form.
For sure.
Recorded live in Phoenix, Arizona.
At Comics, where superheroes grab a bite.
It's the Pop Culture Junkie Podcast.
So today, I was on my ride home. Well, on my ride here, and I was listening to Reba, the country singer. I thought of Nicole, and I figured let me check it out. But she's all right. She's cool. She has some good music.
Reba's amazing.
She's okay.
All right.
She had that. I listened to the song "I'm a Survivor."
Oh, well, you got to listen to Fancier When the Lights Go Down in Georgia.
She was like, I'm a survivor.
That was the theme song from her show. Mm-hmm. A single mom who works too hard.
Shout out to my grandmother, because she actually watched that show when I was a kid, and we used to watch it all the time.
See, that's what I know Reba from, is that show, because I used to watch it too. Yeah, and I'm like, you get her, Reba.
You know how that go.
Single mom who works too hard.
Welcome to another episode of Pop Culture Junkie Podcast. I'm your host, and I have two amazing ladies. I could be terrible with this introduction and just say I have my two sidekicks, but I'm going to be a gentleman because my mother raised me right. Shout out to Mom Deuce. But I'm going to let the two ladies go ahead and say what you need to say.
What we need to say.
Oh my gosh.
He's going to give us like 2 lines. That's cool.
Yeah,
all right.
I'll give you a little minute to shine.
This is Shauna Trinidad. What's up?
This is Nicole Eldridge. Just chilling here with my gang.
Gang.
Hey, all right. So, ladies, how was your week? Anything new with the pop culture?
Yeah, it was, I feel like it was a very political week, obviously. And a lot of people were focused on that stuff, obviously. But there's some stuff going down this week. Umbrella Academy season 3 was announced. Did you guys watch that at all?
I didn't, but I meant to, but just never got around to it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you meant to?
Yeah, I think I might have actually watched like the first episode, and then
it's on her list.
Yeah.
No, I'll just give you a hard time.
Did you watch it at all?
I did not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, he's like, you didn't even watch it? Me neither. It's really good. I would suggest you guys watch it. There's only 2 seasons right now. Really entertaining, based on comic books by Gerard Way. And it's really cool and really funny. And so that'll be something cool to look out to. And then WandaVision pictures were dropped by Entertainment Weekly today. Okay. So that's going to be on Disney Plus, and it's going to be Wanda and Vision from the MCU kind of having their own TV show. And spoilers if anybody didn't watch the last Avengers movies, in 3, 2, 1. I'm interested to see how they do it, because Vision is dead. So,
ooh, how dare you?
It's too soon. You can't talk about that.
Take it back.
But I mean, Wanda can warp reality, so maybe in some way she's gonna bring back Vision, or maybe like, is this even gonna be real, or is this a dreamscape for her? So either way, it'll be entertaining to look forward to. So yeah, those were my pop culture news for the week. How was your week? What were you paying attention to, Nicole?
Well, obviously the election, and then Bachelorette got pushed back to Thursday night. It's normally Tuesday nights, but obviously that was election night. So they pushed it back to Thursday, and it was a great episode. Claire and Dale got engaged already.
Yeah, my boy Dale.
Yep, the show's been on for 4 weeks, but I believe, like, filming-wise, it was only 2 weeks from what I've heard. So I'm just like, wow, you've known each other for 2 weeks, and you're already engaged.
It was only 4 episodes, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. How many episodes are there in, like, a normal season?
I don't even know. Maybe... I'm literally going off the top of my head. Maybe 15 to 20.
Okay. So, I mean, just like a normal
TV but it obviously spread out through a couple months. Yeah. And then it's kind of ironic, though, because Claire's parents actually got engaged 3 weeks after meeting each other. Okay. So she's kind of following in her parents' footsteps. So that's kind of funny. And what else? Oh, I also want to give a little happy birthday shout out to Shauna's dog. I saw she posted that's her dog's birthday.
Today is Buffy's 10th birthday.
Hey, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Buffy.
Happy B-Day.
The cutest little vampire slayer ever. She got lots of cuddles today, and she got to eat some carne asada for my burrito. So,
yum.
Yeah,
that sounds good.
I'm a pretty good mom.
You better be. I'm calling the people on you.
Oh my God.
The dog people.
Absolutely.
No, she's spoiled rotten. Absolutely.
My week was pretty interesting, you know, just relax. Obviously, this week was very hectic because of the election. So, of course, I was keeping up to date with that. Watched a couple shows. Oh, last night I was watching Zootopia. Don't judge me.
No judgment.
Yeah, no judgment.
And then I was catching up on Fast and the Furious. Rest in peace to Paul Walker. Great series.
Oh, they announced they're going to have just one final one. Is that right?
I believe so, with John Cena.
Oh,
so I think
John Cena.
So that'll be interesting to see. But overall, it was a pretty good week. But since we're on that topic of Bachelorette, because I actually watched an interview last night in regards to, you know, Claire and Dale discussing, like, you know, it's official and it was love at first sight. Do you really believe that it's real love, or is it like a heat of the moment type love? Like, is it going to last?
For her sake, I hope that it lasts for her. She's going through a lot. She's been through a lot.
Has she been married before?
She has not been married, but she's been engaged before. Mm. This is her 5th time on the Bachelorette franchise trying to find love.
What? Maybe
if I might drop that.
What? I'm right here if you're looking for love. Like,
yeah, so.
Claire, what you doing?
It might be her. Might be something with her, but I mean, don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like being on a reality show just isn't the most successful way to probably find your true love. Yeah. But you know what? I met mine on MySpace, so who am I to judge?
It doesn't matter how you meet the person. All that matters is the chemistry, and if you guys connect, if it's love at first sight,
yes,
it is what it is.
But I must say that I do think, in my opinion, I do think that they were talking before the show, just because the way they connected right off the bat. She never had a one-on-one date with him and was already in love with him.
She was like Facebook stalking him or something, right?
Instagram, yeah. Instagram, same thing. Yeah. But yeah, she was Instagram stalking all of her bachelors or whatever before the show, since she had the few months in between when it was supposed to start filming to COVID filming, I guess you can call it. But yeah, I believe they were talking beforehand, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
They both claim that they weren't, obviously, because that would be breaking the rules.
I guess the point of the show is to, quote, fall in love.
Yeah, you sound like Chris Harrison now.
Is that what he said?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, there you go. I'm just a romantic.
But when you're going on like a blind date, I mean, aren't you going to like research to make sure like the person isn't like
if you're going on a blind date, you don't know them.
Sure. Well, okay. We won't say. Well, hold up. If it's a blind date, you still have some type of information to look that person up.
Yeah, like you have their name or something.
Yeah, you don't have a social security number, but you know.
I hope they don't have my social.
You know what I mean? Like, so you have enough.
I've done my share of like background snooping when I was single, and like, does this guy have any arrest records?
Yeah, for sure. Like,
oh God.
You may go on Instagram, Facebook to make sure this person, you know, look like he or she's supposed to. You know, you never know. Like sometimes, like
catfish.
Exactly. I have a friend I have a friend that was catfish before. He was telling me about it. Aww. And he was like, when she came to the house, like she got there, and the first thing she did was like ran to him as if like they had already been dating.
Oh no!
And he was like, and I'm not gonna say any names because I don't want to put him under the bus.
He's listening though. He's like, oh God.
He'll know.
He knows who he is.
He know who he is. And he was saying like it looked like she had just like overcame a drug addiction because like her body like, and I was like, oh wow.
Okay.
Okay.
So it wasn't happily ever after.
It was
then.
not. No. Ended on the first date, unfortunately. Yeah.
Other pop culture news this week. Sadly, Alex Trebek passed away this week at 80. He's been sick for a while and battling cancer. So that was sad. He's seems like a very genuinely nice person and been the host of Jeopardy for 30 years, I think. So,
yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so that's pretty sad. You guys like game shows? You like Jeopardy and stuff? Don't
judge, but my mom and I, when COVID was actually, I mean, it's still a thing. I shouldn't have said it like that.
Like when it first started?
Yeah, and everything got shut down. My mom and I watched the Game Show Network, and it would be like the old match game.
Oh,
like,
that's so cool.
I don't even know the year, probably. Betty White looked like she was in her 20s.
It's like the 30s. 60s or 70s, yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I was actually watching that this morning. It's probably one of my favorite game shows. I don't know why. I just like the old school type stuff, but...
I love that stuff, and they always say, like, making whoopee.
Yeah.
When you and your husband are making whoopee.
But yeah, I do watch game shows, but I didn't really watch a lot of Jeopardy, if I'm being honest. I like Family Feud better.
Oh, yeah, Family Feud's cool. Yeah. I like Family Feud. Do you like game shows, Montae?
No.
No.
I was just kidding. No, I definitely watched Jeopardy a lot with my family, like growing up. Also, I used to watch The Price is Right.
Oh, I love Price is Right. That's like when you stay homesick from school and you get to watch The Price is Right.
So my grandmother, she used to watch, we had this thing called I Want to Watch My Stories. It was like The Young and the Restless and like those type shows.
My mom loved Young and the Restless.
Yeah, so like obviously before those shows would come on, The Price is Right would come on, so I would watch it all the time with my grandmother. So, I'm very aware of those old-fashioned shows.
Yeah.
Not trying to call you old or anything.
Oh, excuse you. We're like almost the same age.
No, we're not. I'm just kidding.
And Supermarket Sweep. I definitely watch Supermarket Sweep. Montae said she's never heard of Supermarket Sweep before. So if like
I haven't.
They like have a fake grocery store set up basically, and then you go and you have to like run through the aisles at the very end, and it's called the Super Sweep, and you try to like rack up the biggest check that you can, and whoever gets the highest price in groceries wins.
Really?
It's crazy.
Cool.
I could do that.
Yeah.
Speaking of news, I just thought of something. I know Alex Trebek passed away of cancer, and I saw that, hopefully I don't butcher his name or I am saying the right person, Al Roker from the Today Show.
Oh, yeah.
He got diagnosed with, I believe it was pancreatic cancer this past
too
weekend.
Bad. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, my one friend, I guess you can call him, I've known from college, he interned at the Today Show and had like pictures and stuff with him, and I'm just like, that's so sad.
That is sad. Yeah. Hopefully he'll get through it. And, yeah, he's been on the Today Show for a long time, huh?
Are you ladies familiar with Teen Mom?
Yeah, but I never watched it, but like I know of it. Yeah.
So one of the she's no longer on the show anymore, but her name
she's not
was,
a teen anymore.
Yeah,
she's probably like
no, she's not on there anymore. But she still get a little fame, a little stardom, a little bit. But her name was Janelle Evans. And she got, did you hear about it?
No, but just Janelle Evans.
I don't know. Tell me. I'm excited.
So she was like, apparently she did filming like for her TikTok while her mom was having surgery. And like the media,
like in the room.
I'm assuming so. And like they just ripped her for it.
Dude, yeah.
I mean, you got to pass the time by while your mom's in surgery.
Yeah,
I mean, what else do you do?
Oh my God, Nicole.
Dang,
I'm just saying.
Nicole, I can't rock with you on that
Nicole,
one.
No, I mean, I don't see. Okay, I see how it's bad, but like, I don't know. I mean,
maybe if like your mom's in the background, get like.
Was her mom literally in the OR?
I didn't get to see the video.
Or was her mom behind her out of surgery or pre-surgery?
I didn't see the video.
Okay, so that's more information I need to know. If her mom was in the OR, literally cut open on the table, and Janelle was in like the waiting room and doing her TikTok.
I don't think she would be able to get in the room if like for
the waiting room. That's what I'm saying. No, Janelle's not doing no surgery on her mom.
That's what I'm saying. Like she didn't get in the room.
I meant like her mom is in the OR on the table, cut open, whatever, and Janelle's in the waiting room waiting. I don't see the bad rep. Maybe she's just trying to get her mind off her mom in having surgery.
Maybe it depends on what the surgery is.
Yeah.
Like if your mom's having like new breasts put in, then it's like, yeah, go mom. But if it's like something really serious. Was it eye surgery?
Eye surgery.
Okay. That's a totally different story then.
If she's getting like a heart transplant, then maybe you should be a little more. Yeah. Dude, no. eye surgery, that's killer.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
You guys have to promise
me. But
me,
the media gonna always twist it though. You know
if
what I mean?
ever get eye surgery, I want both of you in the room with
doing
me on the
TikToks.
table.
I'll do the renegade and stuff.
Doing dances.
Yeah, I got you.
Do it for the gram, you guys.
Okay.
Oh man.
Speaking of surgery, I was watching this show called Daily Pop. It's kind of like an E-News, but not really E-News. Okay, so I'll ask Shauna because it's from a woman's perspective, and then
cool.
I'll ask Montae.
I'm chilling. Take your time.
I'll ask Montae what you would do in this situation.
Okay.
So, say you were at the hospital, you were in labor, and I know a lot of the times when you are in labor, the female obviously cannot eat because if she eats, some stuff can happen.
Like I poop my pants or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe. I don't know. I don't know, to be honest, but that's what they said on the show.
Okay.
And you were in labor for a long time, and your husband brings in a cheese pizza and eats it right in front of you. Would you be mad?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. That was on Daily Pop, and they were like, well, I don't know if I'd be mad. And then they're like, I'm literally starving on the table giving birth to your kid, and you're eating a pizza in front of me?
No, that's either I'm pushing out a baby through a small hole or I'm being cut open.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm not pleased. Yes. I mean, honestly, if my husband comes home and he's got food, no matter what, I'm going to be mad at him. But I'm always the one who does that to him. I'll like order Postmates Chipotle and he'll walk out from like a meeting and I'll just be eating a burrito and he's like, what? I didn't think you would want anything.
Oh my God.
Sorry, Andrew.
So Montae, would you do that in front of your wife or significant other?
So
if
your girl Ari's on the table giving birth to your baby.
No, absolutely not. I feel like, that's just like common sense. Like you can't go in there eating pizza while she's giving birth.
The picture was hilarious, actually.
Like a guy doing it.
Yeah, it was you literally see the female in the background on the bed, like her stomach is just huge, and then the guy's literally just sitting there with legs up eating the pizza.
She's like, you're doing amazing, sweetie.
Yeah. I don't think she was actually giving birth at the time. She was just in labor.
She's mid-push. No, not cool, guys. Not cool.
Let me ask you ladies this. So I saw an article about Mama June where she had chin...
Is this Honey Boo Boo's mom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where she had chin liposuction.
Good. I mean, I shouldn't say that.
That's messed up.
Good for her. Her body, her choice. If she wants less chins than she already has.
Here's the thing, and this is my personal opinion. Ladies, you don't have to do all that.
Aww.
You know what I mean? Just be who you are. Be confident. I don't think you need to have surgery. If God made you the way you are, embrace it. She spent $15,000 for that.
Well, she has the money.
She has it,
from
but
her
you can do
2-year-old daughter,
right?
But you can do so much for $15,000.
I guess, in my opinion, that it's like a personal choice. It's
sure?
if it's your body, like if you want to, get plastic surgery or tattoos or dye your hair, then. But I also agree with you. I don't like that pressure that's put on people, especially women. They have to look a certain way. Like, oh, I have to get lip implants or I have to get big boobs or a big butt. But like, at the end of the day, if it's something that you really want to do and it's for you.
Oh, I'm not knocking any person who wants to get surgery. Yeah. Obviously, in the dating world, it's it's very competitive now.
Yeah.
With Instagram models.
Yeah,
so,
social media must put just
trying to keep
so
up.
much pressure on people. But I agree. Like, I wish that that people didn't feel like they had to.
Yeah, for sure. Because I'm sure if guys could get surgery, I'm sure they would too. I'm not doing it.
Guys can get plastic surgery.
Anyone can get surgery.
What? Guys definitely get.
Well, see, that shows that I don't know because I'm not into that type of stuff. So.
Oh my gosh, guys can get calf implants, pec
and
implants,
nose
get that calf implants.
Yeah.
That's like SpongeBob. Remember that episode where he was like trying to get buff and like
he blows up his arms.
Yeah, and then he got exposed because he couldn't lift a finger. Yeah. So imagine getting like humongous calves, but you barely can squat 135.
Right. It was must have been on like MTV, True Story or True Life. What was that? One of those reality shows back in the day. And I remember some guy.
I think it was like My True Life.
Yeah, and it was like I'm addicted to looking perfect, and it was this guy who got calf implants.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah,
and I'm like, he's gonna be at the gym, like at the squat rack someday, and his calf implants are just gonna like pop out of his legs.
Like, oh my gosh, what is that?
It's so weird.
Yeah. That's different.
Well, also in the entertainment world, due to the election, looks like Alec Baldwin's going to be out at SNL, but from what I've heard is he's happy about it because that means that the election went the way that he was hoping it would go. But we got Jim Carrey as Joe Biden just for the next 4 years, and it's a funny guy. I liked it.
From the pictures he plays, like you could literally see the resemblance in the two, Joe Biden and Jim Carrey. It's really scary how they can just make that so accurate. And I didn't see the episode, but I heard they did Kamala Harris's outfit like to a T or something.
They did. So Kamala had on like a white pantsuit with this like white satin blouse underneath, and Maya Rudolph like within hours like nailed that perfectly. Awesome. Yeah. And then Jim Carrey did his so it's pretty funny. But yeah, do you like SNL, Montae?
I haven't seen it, so I can't speak too much on it.
Ever?
I mean, I've seen it in the past, but not recently. So I don't want to speak on nothing I don't know much about. I'll let y'all have that one. But let me ask you this, though. Because I heard Dave Chappelle, was he in it?
Yeah, he was the host last week, I believe.
Okay, yeah. So I heard a lot of great things about it. I heard it's been pretty good, so I need to check it out.
Yeah, yeah. I've always liked it.
If you need a good laugh, it's always a good thing to watch,
exactly.
I think.
For sure.
I agree. So from last week's episode, I posed the question, I think it was last week's, that Nicole and Montae have never seen any Star Wars
It's just
movies.
Nicole. I seen it.
Huh?
I saw it. Nicole never seen it before. But I saw it.
You have?
No, he hasn't.
I'm just playing.
Oh my God.
So you watched all of them in 1 week?
I could have.
That's
but
true.
You did it.
Yeah, you don't know what I did.
He knows everything about Star Wars.
You have a life. Yeah. I know you have a life.
Yeah. First of all,
she's
that attitude.
complimenting you.
No, she just gave me attitude in the process of doing that.
No, I didn't
Montae,
need attitude
I think
to come
you have
from.
a life.
I'm just kidding. I'm just messing.
You're lucky you're across the table.
All right. Okay.
Children.
You got it. I don't want no smoke.
The results of the poll. Thank you so much for everybody who has joined our Pop Culture Junkie support group page. It's definitely grown a lot in the past week, and we've gotten some good discussions on there. So everybody make sure to check that out. Post memes that you think are funny, and talk about what we talked about in the episode, and voice your opinions and stuff. But I asked what order they should watch the Star Wars movies in, and the top result was production order. So if we do our Star Wars movie night, we'll have to start with the very first one from, oh gosh, I'm going to butcher this, 70-something, 73, 4. Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah, so we'll start from there, and then we'll go in order.
Are we drinking while we watch this?
Well, yeah.
Cool.
So production order is not chronological?
No. Okay. So production order, Star Wars came out in the 70s, and they had 3 movies. And then in the late 90s, early 2000s, they ended up making prequel movies. So Star Wars, in the beginning, these would have been just like 3 movies. But then when they made the prequels, the movies that were made in the 70s became episodes 4, 5, and 6. And the prequels became 1, 2, and 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then recently, we had 7, 8, and 9 come out.
Jeez. How long are each?
Standard movie length, hour and a half, hour 45.
Okay.
They're not like Titanic.
So this might be like a weekend, not like one day.
No, yeah.
I can't sit there for one day. Yeah.
A weekend.
I'm not watching that much Star Wars in the span of 10 hours.
We'll start with episode 4. And we'll get some tequila. We were talking about getting the Rocks tequila, right?
Yeah.
I have 2 bottles at home.
You have
not
2
of that. Not of that.
Oh,
just of tequila because I don't drink it.
Tequila.
Yeah.
No judgment. All tequila's good.
We need to water it down.
Yeah.
We'll go in and we'll get the Rocks Terramana tequila. And then one person on the group said that it would be funny if we like live streamed us watching it.
Yeah.
So that like we could have like real time reactions of what you guys are thinking about like
what
watching.
What if I fall asleep though?
Well, we'll just have to poke you though. You just get wasted on tequila.
Yeah. We got to bring the snacks too.
Yeah,
we'll discuss that later.
For sure.
Snacks. So yeah, thanks for everyone who voted. Production order it is. And
yes.
We'll get right on that.
So, ladies, tell me, with the new Batman, I'm assuming he's going to have a new sidekick, female Robin.
Yeah.
What do y'all think of it?
I think it's going to be cool.
Yeah, I think it's a cool little change. I mean, we were talking earlier, there were 2 previous female Robins. Is that correct? What we were talking about?
There's been a couple before in the comic books, and then in one of the animated films. I don't want to say what the title is. I'm not sure off the top of my head, but there was a female one. But this will be, Batman Black and White #1, and her name is... excuse me, anybody, if I totally butcher this, but Mia Mizoguchi.
Ooh.
So,
Miyaguchi.
Mizoguchi.
Yeah. We should add her to our name game.
Right.
Yeah,
I know.
definitely.
We've already established that we're all really bad at pronouncing names.
Well, I won, so...
That's true. Montae's better.
I'm not the best.
Ariana Grande.
She said that.
Grande.
Yeah, wasn't it right?
Yeah, I think Grande was right.
I don't think it was.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yes, it was.
Oh, okay.
Ari, if you're listening, again, send us how to say your name. No, but I think that's cool. I think it's cool that they're going to have a female Robin. And I think it's cool that they're going to have like a female 007 coming up in this.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's Bond is, he left the whatever federation it is that they all work for. Someone's going to comment this and be like, Federation, Shauna, really? Federation. The MI6, there you go.
Okay.
And so 007 was like his title, and he lost the title and he left. So a woman took the title of 007. So James Bond is still in the movie, but 007 is going to be a woman.
That should be interesting. I'm looking forward to that.
So like this female is obviously doing all the things that James Bond did as 007.
She's going on missions and stuff. I mean, there's other agents in MI6 besides Bond, but she just took the mantle of 007, which is like the first time that a woman's had that. So
that's cool.
Yeah, I think that's super cool.
Interesting. Who do you think would be? Do they name anyone that is going to play that role?
Oh yes, and I don't remember what her name is. I've seen her in other things too, and she's a really good actress and super pretty. And
that's
I wish
I was just going to ask, who do you think would be a good one? But if they already named it, then never mind.
Ooh, me.
Obviously.
Lashana Lynch. Lashana Lynch,
okay.
That's her name. Yeah, she's wonderful. She's really pretty and talented. I think she's going to be a kick-ass 007.
I need to see what she look like.
Oh, I love that we always have to do that on the side. Like, okay, all right, yep, they're hot, confirmed.
This is your time, the listeners, to look it up as well. If you don't know. Giving you a little pause.
Okay, got a sister. Okay, I like that.
Right, a black female James or
Okay.
007.
I know, that's different.
It.
That's different.
And you can read more about it on our website, which I hope everyone is reading up on. We have a lot of cool articles and stuff there that we've been cross-posting to Facebook, so we can find them on there too. But yeah, I mean, even Doctor Who is a woman right now too. I think that's pretty cool. Do you guys watch? Have you ever watched any Doctor Who at all?
I've never watched it, but I know what it is.
Yeah, she's a lady now.
That's cool.
Yeah. So yeah, excited for female Robin, even though she's like a teenager.
Yeah. Was she like 14, 15?
Something like that. I don't know. Batman's got a thing for putting teenagers and young children in very dangerous situations. Yeah, but like Batman, like Bruce Wayne, like he's putting all these teenagers in danger, and then sometimes they die. But you know, he's rich. He's rich, and he needs small athletes to fit in small spaces. That's all I can think about it.
Interesting.
So going back to reality TV, CBS announced that they will be casting at least 50% of Black, Indigenous people of color in all their reality TV shows. I know Survivor, I believe Love Island, and Big Brother are the 3 top shows right now that are doing it. Honestly, I think it's a great idea. I mean, it shouldn't even be an idea. It kind of should just be a thing, you know?
Right, yeah.
And yeah, I think it'll be great for the future and everything like that with everything that's been going on. But yeah, I don't see why it hasn't been in the past. And now it's becoming like a rule. I don't think it should be a rule. I think it should have just been like installed in these people's minds to do it. But that's just my opinion. Do you guys like that idea?
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree. Like, it's sad that it has to be a thing that it's like, now you guys have to do this, because it should have been that way all along.
Yeah.
Like, I hate that there's just so many shows and things are just whitewashed and just there's no diversity, and that's not like what the world looks like. So I mean, good for them for actually getting some people of color, some diversity in their shows. And
I agree.
Yeah, I think that's awesome.
I definitely feel like this is a step in the right direction. I mean, as you mentioned, I definitely feel like this should have been going, years ago, but obviously, it is what it is on that. Obviously in like the Hollywood world, it's always been, predominantly white shows. And when you do numbers, like I was reading an article today, Social Science Department of UCLA, it was a Share Film Rolls study shows that 78.1% are white, and that 1.3% out of 10 film directors are people of color. And that goes for both TV shows and film directors.
Wow.
So,
Gosh. And then, of course, it starts at the directors,
Right.
and they're not casting people of color. And so it all just trickles down from there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
And I will say this, though, a lot of, black celebrities, actors, they are doing things to provide a platform or an opportunity for, black actors to be seen. For example, Tyler Perry, he has this thing called Tyler Perry Studios, which is in Atlanta. And it's pretty much like the landmark for Black Hollywood. So it gives, young black actors a chance to be seen. And obviously it's really been going pretty well for him. Actually, it's probably the third largest when you compare it to other big time studios in LA. So, I definitely feel like this is a great opportunity. So I'm looking forward to seeing how it, turn out. So
That's cool. I didn't know that about Tyler Perry Studios. That's awesome.
So.
Yeah. No, I think that'll be really cool.
Do you guys think other channels should do it, like ABC and stuff?
For reality shows and
Yeah.
stuff? I mean, yeah, I think that all shows and stuff should just have diversity of that sort.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Going back, The Bachelor, Bachelorette, I'll bring that up again. Obviously Claire was a white female, but when she got kicked off or agreed to leave, whatever the situation was there, they brought in Tasia Adams, who is a black female.
Right.
Has there ever been another black bachelorette?
She is the first black bachelorette.
What?
Yep.
That's
And then
insane that it took that
Bachelor
long.
is Matt James, who is also a black male.
Do you know if there's ever been
I
a black
believe
bachelor
he is
before?
the first as well,
I could have been the first.
Oh, Montae,
which
no!
is very surprising because this is season 16 of The Bachelorette. And
That's
The
insane.
Bachelor has obviously been on longer. I don't know how much longer. I believe they're
At least a couple
in the
seasons.
they're in their 20s in seasons, if that makes sense.
Jeez.
But yeah, I think it's great. I know after this last season of Bachelor with Pilot Pete, they got a lot of backlash.
What was up
because
with Pilot Pete? Tell me
just
about
that there wasn't ever a person of color in the role.
it. Oh,
And so I think ABC realized that. They saw all the comments and the
Yeah.
critiques and stuff. They're like, okay, we need to listen to our fans and people. And I think they might have just realized it in themselves in the times that we're in, that obviously they look at their
wait
past.
a
It's
second.
all white males and females as the
Everybody
lead role.
looks the same.
But I will give it to them. Not that this is giving them props or anything, but if you do look at the contestants that they bring on the show for these bachelors and bachelorettes, there are quite a few people of color that they do bring on.
I was going to ask that too. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
to the
not
people who actually
all
win or on the show.
I mean, it's obviously white dominant, but they do have quite a few handfuls of people of color on the show as well, which I think
cool.
is great. Like Claire's season, I feel like they had a lot of black males on there, which was nice to see. And she ended up marrying, or is going to marry one.
Team light skin. Team light skin.
I think we need a gay bachelor, gay bachelorette.
That'd be fun.
Yes, I think that would be so fun. I mean, I know we had Tila Tequila's Shot at Love back in the day, but Tila Tequila's just, we won't get into that. Did you guys watch that at all? So it's the premise
I feel like
of
that's
Bachelorette.
before my time.
Yeah,
Maybe,
same.
yeah.
Not before my time, but I was probably too young to ever watch that.
Probably because it was super inappropriate. Well, it's Tila Tequila and she's bisexual, so it was the same setup of all these dating shows, but she had men and women on there.
Okay.
And I oh my God, I used to be obsessed with all of those shows, like Rock of Love, Flavor of Love, A Second Shot at Love, or A Second Chance at Love, Shot at Love. Oh my God, Megan Needs a Millionaire. I loved all that stuff.
Goodness.
But yeah, there was bisexual ones, so I thought that was pretty cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
That'd be fun, interesting to watch.
Right?
I think.
Let's get Gay Bachelor. Come
Yeah.
on, CBS.
ABC.
Lesbian Bachelorette.
ABC.
Oh, is it ABC?
Yeah. I mean, CBS can do their own thing. Why not?
Right.
Pick it
You know
up.
what? Pick it up. Get a competition.
Just don't call it Bachelor, Bachelorette. Call it something else.
Yeah. There you go. Think of something cute.
Yeah.
It'll be different, but I'm sure it will get great ratings for it though.
For Gay Bachelor.
I'm sure, maybe.
Let's do it.
Okay, so another interesting trending rumor: Chadwick Boseman to be CG'd into Black Panther. Ladies, what do you think of that?
I mean, he was such an amazing T'Challa and such an amazing Black Panther. I think you mentioned last week. But I think it makes sense because from what I read, Shuri is going to be taking over the mantle as Black Panther in the film. And that T'Challa is going to die off screen. Mm-hmm. But that they want to be able to wrap up his storyline and at least provide some closure to the audience. So I think that they're probably just going to CG him for a couple scenes where he's, talking to Shuri, having some kind of heartfelt moment. But I don't think it's going to be like the entire film of him being CGI. Right. That would be ridiculous. Yeah. But no, I'm glad that, that they'll at least be able to provide some respect and closure for his character. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. We'll have to see how it shapes up.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like if it's a whole movie, it's going to be a little weird and creepy. But if it's like first half hour or so or whatever, that they need to incorporate him in order to end his story and transition it into someone else, I think it'll be really cool. I also think I don't know, I guess it might be cool for his family as well to possibly see him on screen one last time.
Yeah.
In a way, even though he's not physically there, but I think it could be kind of cool and good closure for the family as well for him ending out his career as Black Panther. But yeah, I think it could be a cool thing if they don't overdo it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know like other films have tried the like CGI characters before with varying degrees of success. Mm-hmm. So what are some that you guys can think of CGI characters?
Well, I feel like with Black Panther, like I don't know how it's going to turn out just because based off how the first movie went. So it will be interesting to see how they would, bring him in, like part of like, as in like what scene, like how would you do the story plot? Like how would you guys recreate that? So I'm eager to see how that would turn out. But when you think about it, Fast and the Furious, they did it with Paul Walker, which was an amazing ending. But also you got to remember that they had already been working on that movie before he passed away.
Yeah.
So there were several scenes that was already created.
And didn't his brother help like step in for some of like the body work? Exactly, and it kind of looked
almost identical when you think about it. So I don't know how that's going to look with Black Panther. I'm low-key against it. Me personally, I would just leave it as it is, but everyone has their opinion on it. But yeah. I mean, if they could, make it and turn it into something great, I'm all for it. So
I think that Marvel has shown that they're really good at the CGI characters. So they de-aged Robert Downey Jr. for one of the films, and he played a young Tony Stark, and it was like perfect. He looked exactly like himself. But then like you see Star Wars, and they did it with Peter Cushing and Carrie Fisher, and so Carrie Fisher came back at the very end of Rogue One and turned around and you see her face, and it looks like Carrie Fisher, like it's obviously Princess Leia, but at the same time there's like that uncanny valley thing going on where it doesn't really look like a human, and you can kind of tell that there's something weird there. So I think, obviously Black Panther will be a Marvel property, which is so funny because they're both owned by Disney, so you'd think it would just be perfect across the board. But right. I have faith that Marvel will do it well. But did you guys see like the new, I shouldn't even say new, it's been out for so long, the Tron movie that came out?
No.
Oh my gosh. No. They had a full CGI character. They were trying to de-age the lead actor from the original Tron movie in the 80s, and it was just like, it does not look good at all. I mean, of course, that was maybe 10 years ago or so, but I don't know. I think it's hit and miss with these CGI characters.
Well, they've done it for concerts. I don't know if that's the right word to use for it, but I know Tupac, they did it for one of his concerts in California.
Oh, they did like a hologram too.
Yeah, like a hologram,
yeah. Michael Jackson too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then the one that popped in my head as we were talking, again, I don't know if you would call it CGI or the hologram type thing, was, we might have talked about it last week too, Kanye West for Kim Kardashian's 40th.
We did talk about that,
Robert Kardashian.
True. Yeah, and I'm not sure like the technology behind making a hologram, at least then you can make it a little more flickery. Yeah. It's not supposed to be high def, but so that might be a little easier. But I don't know. We'll see how Chadwick looks, and I agree. Like if they use it maybe sparingly, just to close out his story.
Yeah.
But.
And then do you like know for that? Do they use like? Do they cut up words that he's already said and put them all together, or do they like try and make his voice Does that make sense?
Done a little bit of both. Like, I think for Fast and the Furious, Paul Walker, like you said, Montae, had recorded some lines before.
He didn't say anything at the end because it was just the drive. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Vin Diesel actually was doing the talking.
Yeah.
So.
But he has lines throughout the movie here.
Yeah, because those scenes were already created
Yeah.
because that was actually him. But when his brother came into the movie, it was more so towards the end.
Yeah, and they just kind of put his face on his brother's body.
It was the scene where they all was at the beach, and that's when they was coming to realization that Paul Walker was no longer going to be in on doing any of the scenes or any of the whatever shenanigans they were participating in. So
I think that for Star Wars, Rise of Skywalker, Carrie Fisher died halfway through filming. And so she'd already had some of her stuff filmed too, but then I'm sure some of it also had to be dubbed. And so I think they might have did just what you say and like picked lines from other things she had said before to try to make it sound cohesive. But then also, I mean, I'm sure that there's technology out there that can mimic somebody's voice, like Robert Kardashian, mimic as close as they can at least. So yeah, maybe a little bit of both.
There's people out there that could just do voice.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Voiceovers, I guess you can call it. Like
voice acting.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Perfectly. So I guess I could always hire someone like that too. And
that's true.
Add it. I don't know.
That would be tough.
It would, but
for
there's
that
people out there.
Particular actor,
I'm just saying in general, not like him, but in general.
For sure. Yeah, in general, for sure. But that particular
for him,
movie, that'd be tough. Because that's like,
just
Wakanda.
that iconic accent, Wakandan accent. Yeah.
That's the culture. Culture's different.
I know, like, I'm thinking back to Alec Baldwin, too, him just, like, impersonating the Trump voice, and I feel like he did such a
I feel like so many people can do Trump's voice so well.
Because he's got such a, like, interesting voice.
Yeah.
It came from China.
Like, you hear it and you know who it is.
Yeah, like, you can hear anybody.
Very distinctive voice.
It's like, fake news. Mine's not good at all.
I can't do it. I'm going to try.
Well, talked about a lot of interesting, great things today. Ladies, how do you feel about this conversation? Do you feel like you learned anything?
I feel fulfilled emotionally, spiritually, physically. Yeah, I'm just...
Yeah, I feel like I've learned a lot. I always love talking Bachelorette stuff, so...
I have learned so much about The Bachelor and Bachelorette from you guys.
Teach me stuff every week with whatever, anime, Marvel, DC, doesn't matter.
And that's what this is all about. It's fun and learning.
Yes.
I do have to say... shout out to my best friend in the entire world, Jessica, because she has been listening to the podcast and was quite upset that she didn't get a shout out last week. And she texted me and was like, where's my shout out?
All right, I'll give a shout out to my best friend, Liesl. She's in recovery right now. Hopefully she doesn't mind me sharing that. I won't get into details, but hopefully she gets well soon. Yes.
Hi, Lisa.
She's my freshman year roommate. I met her through like an app that we had, and we are best friends ever since. So get well soon. I love you so much.
Aww. I love you, Jessica. Thanks for being my maid of honor and my best troublemaker with me.
Well, since we're on that subject of, shout out.
Who's your best friend, Montae?
Man.
Besides me and Nicole.
I have a long list of people. Let me go down the line.
Oh, he's so popular.
No, shout out to my family back home in Memphis because they've been listening. My mother, Richard, Justin, Stefan. Then it goes back to Michigan. I have family there that's listening. Dang. Trina and Wayne, that family, and the Grace community where I went to college at. They've been listening. So nice. Appreciate you guys' support. Definitely.
Yeah, thank you all so much. It was really exciting dropping our first 3 episodes.
I know.
Yeah.
You can go listen to them on Spotify or wherever you listen to your podcasts. You can also follow us on Instagram, Pop Culture Junkie. Follow our Facebook page, join our support group, Pop Culture Junkie Support, and read all of the articles we have on our website, popculturejunkie.com.
True.
I think that just about covered it. And where can the people find you, Nicole?
You can follow me on Twitter at NALJurge14.
Awesome. And where can the people find you, Montae?
Nowhere. Can't find me anywhere.
He's off the grid.
Incognito.
Montae's not even here right now. We're dubbing in his voice from things that he said in the
Montae.
past. He's Montae CGI.
I can sue you guys for that, too. I'm just kidding.
I didn't give you permission to use my image.
I'm just kidding. But, you can find me on Instagram, _MHarris5. You can also find me on Facebook, Montae Harris. You can also check out my podcast, What Does It Take? It's on YouTube. But, stay tuned.
all like giddy here at the end. I love it. And you can all find me, Shauna Trinidad on Instagram. That's ShaunaTrinidad. I'm also Shauna Trinidad on Twitter. And I don't know what's wrong with me all of a sudden. I'm just like in a giggle fit. But that just means that I'm having such a great time recording with you guys. Anyway, thank you all so much for listening to the Pop Culture Junkies podcast. And we will see you next week.
Hasta luego.
Make sure you like and subscribe and listen. Bye. When in Phoenix, be sure to visit Comics, where superheroes grab a bite.
Pop Culture Junkie is a production of Pop Culture Entertainment Group. All rights reserved.